Corey Heim has shocked the NASCAR world once again, winning on one of racing's biggest stages, the Brickyard 400. Today on the Gay Racing Podcast, we are here to talk about it. And for the first time in over a month, he is back. Corey Heim. Corey Heim's back.
Corey Heim's back.
Who is that? Did y'all hear that voice? Is that a ghost? Is that the ghost of somebody? Is that Alex? Hello?
Hi. Hello.
Oh, you came home. Me and
back.
the kids missed you so much. Oh, honey. Welcome
I'm
back.
back.
Yay.
Sorry to break the bad news, but I am back. I actually watched this whole race, and unlike a lot of people, I actually kind of enjoyed myself because I respect and love Miss Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Was the race too long? That's what everyone's been talking about this week on the internet.
Those stage cautions are too long.
That's the longest part of the race. God, BJ McLeod spun out, and then it's like a 20-minute break. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But yeah, I'm back. And then we have an off week, so we're not going to be here next week. Bye.
I mean, what are we going to talk about?
I forgot my wallet, so I had to come back home for a minute. And I'm going back out.
I love how you open this, though, talking about Indianapolis Motor Speedway, because people this week are just like, oh, man, this race is going to suck, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but baby, it's the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's the Brickyard 400. Yeah. Let's put some respect on it. We're not here to watch good side-by-side racing. We're here to see who's going to win the Brickyard 400. And of all the people that could have won this race, I think we were hoping like Denny Hamlin would win it, right?
Yeah.
But for Corey Heim to come here, and I said this race last week, it's a really hard race to win. You have to be perfect. You have to have a fast car. Only the most experienced drivers win it, right?
Yep.
So how the hell did Corey Heim win? Like, what?
Look, I never would have predicted Corey Heim would win a crown jewel before his official rookie season even starts.
Right.
I wouldn't have predicted him to win a race, period. He's now won 2 races before his official rookie campaign has started. Look, it's going to be Heim time in the Cup Series for a very long time. He is the youngest Brickyard 400 winner since Jeff Gordon in 1994. He is going to be a name that we're going to be hearing for a long, long time in NASCAR. It's really remarkable because, you could put an asterisk by San Diego, new track, kind of a weird situation. It's a road course.
Yeah.
Whatever. Corey Heim won there. But the Brickyard 400, that's a crown jewel. People want to win there more than they care about points, more than they care about the championship, because it's the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is a crown jewel because of the history at that track. Maybe not necessarily in NASCAR, but in IndyCar. It is a magical, historical place. If you win there, you are etched in history forever, no matter what kind of car it is on that oval. For Corey Heim to do it, this is what, 15th, 16th Cup start? That's amazing. And he had to do it by blocking Joey Logano, who has not won this race, and Denny Hamlin, who has not won this race. Those are 2 of the best in Cup. They're like the oldest guys now at this point. They're the veterans. And he denied them the shot of winning this. And Christopher Bell, who's been around for a minute too, was right there behind him, denied him as well.
Yeah, and
so impressive.
A lot of these drivers, we missed the 3 years of not having the Brickyard 400, so they've lost time, and they're really trying to win this race, and it just speaks volumes. And normally we see, Connor Zilisch come onto the scene, and he wins all of these races, but they're all in the lower series, right? When, like, you said it in our text earlier, this is like if Chase Elliott, just won races when he got in the 25 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Right? Like, it's just, this isn't normal. This isn't normal. This is not supposed to happen.
It took Chase Elliott years to win races. Kyle Larson did some part-time starts. Ryan Blaney did some part-time starts. They didn't win for a long time. We don't see part-time drivers who do this part-time schedule before they go and Cup full-time the next year, win races. That doesn't happen. It's shocking.
There was a lot of talk after San Diego about I think Corey said this to some reporter somewhere, because he's not doing a full schedule, not even just in Cup, but like anywhere. He's not running full time anywhere. He's actually able to take the 2 and 3 weeks to get ready. So think about it. He's been preparing for the Brickyard 400 maybe longer than some of the other drivers are. I wonder how distinct that advantage is, because I mean, it's good enough to have him win the race, right? So I'm just curious on if, without a doubt, though, he's going to go into the season next year. He's going to make the chase, right?
He might be a contender for the championship
at this point, because like he's just like casually like the best car out there. After the race on TV, Denny said every time that 67's on track, they're like one of our fastest cars.
Yeah,
it's crazy how like a part-time team can just specialize so much and prepare for these races and just actually go win it. Like we've never really seen this in NASCAR in our time watching, Alex. I mean, I can't unless again it was like at a road course or something, and that's why I think this Brickyard 400 like really validates Corey Heim even more than San Diego does.
Only place that would have a rookie driver or someone who's not full-time win is like the Daytona 500. The name I'm thinking of is Trevor Bayne in 2011.
Right.
But that was an upset. I don't think Corey Heim winning this race is necessarily an upset. Yeah, it's shocking. But he's been so good in all of his starts. And he's in a Toyota, of course, very good. 2311 won this race a year ago. Back-to-back for 2311. But I'm not shocked in that way Corey Heim won. I think it's more of like Corey Heim, the driver, is already way surpassed my expectations. It's really crazy.
I have to wonder too, I know Corey Heim's going to the 35 team, but you have to wonder, like, should they keep like Booty Barker and that 67 team? Should they maybe go over to the 35 team? Like, should they change some person? Because like this is a combination proven to win races already.
Right.
I wonder what they're going to do with that next year. I think it's a harder decision now because you already have a race winning combination of a crew chief and a driver.
I definitely think there's a conversation to be had there. I don't know if Booty Barker wants to go full time again.
Yeah.
That could be part of that. But I mean, I don't know what all the engineering looks like in the background. Like, does the 67 have specific people that are just at the garage or back at the team headquarters? Are they people just on that car? Are they dedicating more time to specific tracks? As you said, Corey Heim had more time maybe to prep for single races. Is it something like that? But I mean, the 35 car's been running better too with Riley Herbst. Maybe the driver difference next year with the Herbst and Heim will make a difference for that car.
You would think so.
There's a lot to be discussed there. But we actually have a Patreon comment from Phil who said, Heim time. Do we think he'll have a better rookie season than Connor Zilisch is having? Absolutely. He's already doing that. And he's not even in his rookie year.
It won't take much. How close are they in points? I'm wondering.
I think he'd probably have more points than Zilisch because he has 2 wins.
He does have more points than Zilisch on my spreadsheet.
Yeah.
He's already having a better rookie year with the less start. That's oh yikes. That's rough.
But, look, he is in a Toyota. He's in a better team at the moment. Trackhouse is not in a good spot. But it's been known with this car, the rookies do horrible for like 3 years or so. It took until this year for Ty Gibbs to have a really good, consistent year and finally get the win. Corey Heim has knocked that stat out the window. It doesn't matter anymore because Corey Heim has already got 2 wins.
Remember, he did some part-time starts in 2024. Like he hasn't been full-time, but he still has like a little bit of experience. That's the only argument against what you're saying. But besides that, you are correct, especially
it's still only about 15 or so starts.
Right. Like Ty Gibbs and Connor Zilisch, they spent a lot of time in the O'Reilly series, and those cars are just so different to what they race in Cup. Corey Heim never really spent time in the O'Reilly series, spent more time in trucks that race more like the Cup car. Plus, he's been doing a bunch of part-time stuff in the Cup series this is his 3rd year doing part-time now. He's actually been able to learn and develop exactly what he needs to drive this car, and he's beating the best to do it on one of the biggest stages.
Yeah.
I mean, clear and simple.
I mean, it's just really interesting that previous rookies who I would say are on similar caliber to Heim have just not had the same kind of performance. I would say Chase Briscoe, even. I know he's at Gibbs now. It took him until last year, really, to have kind of a breakthrough year. Maybe the year before, last year at Haas when he won the Southern 500 the first time. But it usually takes a lot of time, and he's already got it. I think next year's going to be really interesting for him, full season. I think he's going to win multiple races next year. This is from Peach, I remember Mississippi, who says, before his official rookie season, Heim has won 2 races. What a win for Heim and 2 Brickyard 400s in a row for 23-11. And you also mentioned Heim has done a lot of truck stuff and not as much O'Reilly. Carson Hocevar did the same kind of path.
Right.
And Hocevar's now the top Chevrolet in points. So
we'll
clearly
look at that in a little bit. Like, that's crazy.
The truck to cup pipeline is definitely proving to be a winner right now.
Yeah, definitely. And there's probably some other guys too. I really like this Patreon comment that we got from Finley, who says, I have a feeling Denny is going to keep showing up to try to win this race, even if it has to come in a 4th 2311 car after next year. Well, that 4th 2311 car is apparently really fast. So
yeah,
I mean, at this point, and I wonder if like one of this shows other teams, like, I think we can show up with the 4th car to some races and win. Yeah. Like it's not impossible.
You know, I would love that because we see guys in IndyCar doing that for the Indy 500. That'd be really cool. If Denny, let's say Denny wins the championship this year, he'd be missing just one thing. That's the Brickyard 400. I would love that, and I could totally see him doing it. I'd rather him do that than Daytona every year.
That's the thing.
All doing that too.
All the guys say they're gonna do Daytona, but it's like that's just kind of like the lazy answer because Daytona doesn't take a lot of prep. It's just super speedway racing. Then they get in a wreck and then we'll never see them again. Martin Truex Jr. So doing the Brickyard 400, that'd be really cool. It reminds me like Juan Pablo Montoya made a part-time start with Penske in like 2014. Like he went to do IndyCar, but he came back to do the Brickyard 400. For Penske. So that would be really cool to see and gives him a few more opportunities at least. Yeah. Because right now it looks like he only has one more.
Yep. Denny has kind of backpedaled a tiny bit on how this season's gone so well for him. Like Joe Gibbs Racing has said that they'd like him to stay beyond that. But I think it depends on how Brent Cruz continues to develop. Is it too late to take Brent Cruz out of O'Reilly, put him in trucks? Because from what we've seen, you might want to put him in a truck.
No, for real, you might want to put him in a truck. And the thing with Denny is it's so hard to stop when you're doing so good. And I think, who was it? Some driver retired, like maybe it was Truex. They retired and they were like, damn, I still had a little bit left in the tank. Like I think Martin said that when he did the Prime pre-race show. I don't remember what race it was, but Martin said like, man, I still probably could have won a race. Right. So I think that's something that Denny's gonna have to struggle with, but we'll have time to talk about that later once he actually gets to those decisions. It just sucks. He probably had one of the better cars today and got shuffled out on a restart, and the restarts were the deciding factor, as we'll talk about in a little bit. Is that all our Patreon comments? For this
for that bit,
for that bit.
Before we move on to the race quality, Carson Hocevar going all the way down the track as Heim was pitting and flipping Heim off. I thought that was really childish. The TV loved it for some reason.
Oh, look at Carson. He's so funny.
He's going to get someone hurt sometime, and the booth is still going to be like laughing it up about it. Look, I did not like that. Sure, flip him off. I don't care. That's not the problem. It's the part where he nearly went all the way down. You go toward the attenuator. That got banned in IndyCar.
Yeah. He pulled the Joseph Newgarden.
He pulled the old dragon move that Ericsson and Newgarden were doing just to flip somebody off. Like he has no self-awareness of what is going on around him.
Corey Heim has more career wins than Carson Hocevar, by the way.
And for him to do that, by the way, when Heim wins the race, it's just like whenever Hocevar tries doing something, Heim just goes and wins the race anyway. I find that very funny. I love their rivalry. But and I do think having some sort of heel is good, like to have this like villain, what if you want to call it that. I don't really think he's a villain, honestly. He's just more of like a annoying
he's
person.
that annoying kid in class.
Yeah,
that really perfectly describes him. He's that annoying kid in class that just does not shut up.
He's the class clown.
He is the class clown. He's NASCAR's class clown. No, that's a really good way to put it.
Like it's so silly.
It was kind of silly because, like, why are you mad at him for existing on the racetrack? Like, I'm sorry your crew chief put you on a bad strategy. I don't know how that's Corey Heim's fault.
Like, I could totally see him being asked about it, like on one of his Twitch streams, and he's like, "Oh, it was just some fun banter." Dude, you are going like 80 miles an hour. Like, let's focus on something else.
I think it's just like you're taking that moment in the race car to think about that and let that bother you. It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
we saw at Atlanta that he just has a different way of thinking about races. And I say we, I mean me. You didn't stay up for that race, but like he has a different way to get into the zone with races. But I don't know. It's not sustainable for me, but maybe it's sustainable for him. Either way, the record is Corey Heim has 2 wins and Carson Hocevar has 1. And I don't think Corey Heim is the reason Carson did not win that race. Like, I don't really get what he was so upset about.
Hocevar did win the pole for this race, and Spire did sweep the front row.
They win poles like all the time because they have fast cars.
Did you see that? I think it was a post on Twitter, maybe. It was like positions 1 through 7 were all JGR setup cars. It was all the Spire cars, and then all the Toyotas.
You know, and Carson in the interview yesterday after winning the poll said, man, it's just so cool to be, you know, just working with our own notes and just getting better with our own notes or something.
And, you know, he probably shouldn't be saying stuff like that. That might be used in court to be like, see, they're joking about it.
Yeah, that is kind of, I don't know if you should, it just feels a little like, man, I don't know if you should just say that.
Yeah, but little direct, too direct.
Not that I care. They still have only won 2 races, so I mean,
yeah.
Anyways,
so I don't want to harp on this too much because we've talked about the quality of the Gen 7 era racing a lot, but yeah, the race wasn't that great, right?
What? That's crazy. At the Brickyard?
But NASCAR on the Indianapolis Oval has not necessarily always been a banger. Even in Gen 4, I don't think it was necessarily ever a banger of a race.
Never.
You know?
Never.
So
it's a misunderstanding of what this race is.
Let's not act like this is new.
No.
But I think the thing that is so important is, as I said earlier, any race on the Indianapolis Oval is just monumental. It's a crown jewel. And it's special. And you still get a lot of the cool strategy elements when you're at this track. And that's why I was still engaged, because Indianapolis is special.
I mean, it's like every year we watch the Indy 500, even if the racing is bad, you know you're watching a chess match where you have all these teams going all out. They will do whatever it takes to win this race.
Yeah.
And which is why it kind of sucks with NASCAR right now, because it is the car, but it's also the stages. You know, a random caution coming out because they wrecked and now they don't have to pit at all in the last stage, right? Like that sucks.
Yeah.
It just, it made the race really one-dimensional once the last restart happened and Corey Heim was leading Christopher Bell and Joey Logano and nothing changed. It was miserable, but it's like, I'm not sitting here being like, man, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say what I've said after every intermediate race this year. Let's just use the short track package. It certainly won't hurt. It ain't gonna make it worse. But, you know, go ahead.
We have 2 Patreon comments. One from Edward that says, not the most interesting race, but fun to see Heim win. Yeah. And Finley, who said that was a bad race. The cars are way too similar, and the engines are all essentially the same. If you go 5 laps past a restart with 30 to go, the race is basically over. The only things that actually tend to happen are on the restarts or pit cycles. And like the last restart, when Heim got by, and Hamlin ended up losing spots. I'm like, well, Denny's not winning this race unless there's another caution.
Denny, yeah, and he could have played that restart even better. Like even
Better.
just take second at that point, right? Because you don't know if another caution is going to come out. But he finished 5th because he tried to get really greedy with Heim, but it was for the Brickyard 400.
Yeah. Anything else on the race quality? Because nothing that hasn't been said, really.
That's why I feel like I'm going to repeat myself if I say more. It's just, I mean, I do wish this race was more of like a proper chess match. 160 laps. Who finishes first? That's what the Indy 500 is. 200
in
laps
regards to the race length debate, get rid of stage yellows, and your problem is like 70% fixed.
Yeah.
The next part, the other 30, is how long the cautions take nowadays. That's the bigger issue than anything.
I will say Finley touches on something that a lot of people like. A lot of people complain about the dirty air, but I mean, yeah, the cars are really similar, especially between the top teams, because there's not much you can do. But lower horsepower also doesn't help because there's not much for the drivers to really do either with their inputs. Like there's not that much off throttle time, so there's only going to be higher horsepower is not going to hurt it. We've seen that at Darlington and Nashville. It's helped those races even just a little bit. Yeah.
So Kyle Larson, he ended up crashing while being the eventual leader. He was mid pit cycle. He was going to cycle to the lead. He's still without a win since Kansas spring last year.
Which was before his most recent Indy 500 attempt.
That's crazy.
Like, that's been a whole lifetime ago.
Yeah.
It's like the last few weeks for the 5 team have been some unforced errors. Mm-hmm. Just like giving up points and spinning out when it's just like, man, that just sucks. And it makes this even suck more because you can't prevent this. Mm-hmm. But it's just like you were already in a hole that you already dug yourself. And now the 5 team is 8th in points. Chase Elliott had some issues too. He made contact with Ricky Stenhouse. He thought he was clear or something, or Stenhouse didn't really wash up to the wall. And we're going to look at points here in a minute, so I'll get that pulled up. But Carson Hocevar is now the highest Chevy in points. It's not Kyle Larson. It's not Chase.
And it's been said so many times, you want to be top 6 going into the chase in points if you want to win this championship. Apparently, all the simulations said top 6. Larson's not there anymore. I think we have a Rage Bait Patreon comment for you from Edward, who said, Larson wrecked himself again. The good old Larson move. He said that Larson said one of his tires blew out. Do you have a response to Edward?
One of his tires blew. I thought when you said Rage Bait, I thought, oh, Blake, is Blake back?
Oh,
you said
not Blake.
Not Blake. But I mean, yeah, a tire went down. We saw that happen last year with some of the Penske cars. We saw it happen a lot here in 2008, but that's a different situation.
That's a whole different, yeah.
I mean, it happens in racing, but again, it's like if they weren't already in a hole, instead of being 8th in points now, they would maybe be, I don't know, 5th in points, like Carson Hocevar, right? So we have the little TNT point screenshot here. So Ty Gibbs is also, I believe, locked into the chase. They said that after the show. I
saw the NASCAR graphic posted that Ty Gibbs is clinched as well. And first, let's talk about the top 6. Because as we've said, all the simulations said top 6 is where you want to be to win this championship. Got Hamlin, Reddick, Blaney, Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar, and Chase Elliott in the top 6.
Carson Hocevar in the top 5 in points is just something I wasn't mentally ready to say. Like,
Ty Gibbs too. Ty Gibbs was a perennial 16ther every year the last few years.
That makes sense. He's in a JGR car. He's been having a consistent season. That makes sense to me. It's a
huge jump though. But yeah.
I feel like Hocevar, he's been talking so much out of the car, but like, I mean, is he not backing it up right now? He's the highest Chevy. Better than all of the Hendrick cars. And yes, 2 of them had a bad day today, but points are points. You don't argue with numbers. That's what I love about this points format.
Yep.
And if you say top 6 is, the data says top 6 can win the championship. Whew, Carson Hocevar can win the championship, right? We still got a long way to go, but
yeah.
Ooh.
I can't believe he's 5th in points. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, to
really
say
crazy.
it out loud, because it's like it doesn't feel like he's been having that good of a season, right? Chase Briscoe, he's been steadily climbing to where he needs to be. He needs to be in the top.
There was a point Briscoe was outside the top 16. We were talking about him and Logano together for a while.
He's been having a good summer. Like, he's just been putting together the races. He had trouble at Atlanta, but besides that, just top 5 after top 5. He's just been doing really good.
So so it's Briscoe 7th, and then Larson's 8th. Buescher is 9th, and 10th Bell. Other side, Daniel Suarez is in 11th. William Byron. Every time we talk about points on here, I'm always just like, what's going on? In 12th, William Byron.
Yeah. Just he finished 21st today.
Just kind of existing.
Like, he had that good run at Chicagoland, but that's kind of it. Like, he's just kind of there. And I think he'll make the chase, of course. And Joey Logano in 13th. Man, I thought he was going to go back-to-back for a minute there, which would have been awesome.
When I was last on the podcast, Joey Logano was outside the cut line. And I wasn't here, but I predicted he would win North Wilkesboro. I was like, that's going to be his last shot. He's going to win there, and it's really going to put him in a good spot. You ridiculed me in the text. I don't know if you talked about that on the podcast or not, but you said I was crazy. But look at him. Look at him now. 13th.
I made the thumbnail last week or something. It was just like, we need to stop forgetting about what this 22 team is capable of.
He checked the calendar. It's an even year.
And, we say top 6 will win the championship. The 22 team might prove that wrong. And I don't know. If they can just pull out a 3rd place at the Brickyard 400 out of nothing. Now we have a bunch of short tracks coming up. They're going to climb the points.
With all the Toyotas, by the way, Logano.
Yes.
Just randomly.
He ran Bell down. Like, I'm just saying.
Look, if anyone who's not on the left side of the points graphic is going to win it, it could be Logano. Like, why not?
They've done it 3 times before.
He could be the 2011 Tony Stewart equivalent. Joey Logano could be. Just hasn't been good all year, and then all of a sudden...
I mean, you could almost argue that winning a championship this way is even easier, because there's no, like, you just gotta... It's just points, right? Like, they can do that, right? But you got to be more consistent. Bubba Wallace,
it's easier.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's Bubba Wallace is 14th, SVG 15th in points, and Austin Cindric has a 38-point gap over the cut line right now. And I said last week on the podcast, specifically with like Logano, Wallace, SVG, and Austin Cindric, I think they're going to be really strong with the rest of the races that we have lined up before the chase. I said if they can survive the Brickyard 400, I think we have our 16 guys. I think it's set. And, Bubba had a weird day, but for the most part, SVG had I think a top 15 or close to 16th place finish. Joey and Cindric had good days. I think you're looking at your 16. I don't think it's going to change.
I think... Assuming everything goes to plan for everybody, yes. I would be concerned for Bubba, SVG, and Cindric still. I think Logano's on the cusp of that too, because I'm looking at the points. Yeah, I throw Logano in there too. He could have 2 bad races. But,
I don't know. I just feel good.
It has to be 2 bad races. Like they have the wreck, mechanical failure. Daytona's coming up too.
That anything could happen at Daytona, but it's I just imagine Bubba being in a Toyota, SVG in his performance at North Wilkesboro, the Penske's at the short tracks, and Daytona. They're going to bank a lot of stage points, I feel like, in the coming weeks. And, Ryan Preece, Eric Jones, Brad Keselowski, I don't see them being able to outpoint. That's the thing. They're not going to outpoint them raw. They're going to need something to happen to those teams.
I think Preece, Jones, Keselowski, they would probably need to win Daytona, which is the same as it was in the old format, except they're still points racing. They're going to have to make these next few weeks matter as well, on top of probably winning Daytona, which is likely their best shot to get a full bunch of points.
It feels like the points have kind of settled out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I look at these 16 and I'm like, you know what? These are the 16 best drivers or teams that we've had all season. Honestly, again, you could throw Preece in there instead of Cindric or something, and that realistically could still happen. So, yeah, I think, and that's why I think talking about the points today, I just wanted to bring that up because it's still got 4 weeks left, but I think it's pretty set. And I'm fine with it. I'm ready for the chase to start. I said this last week. I'm ready for the chase to start.
I'm excited for the chase.
Yeah.
Patreon member Finley says SVG had a fantastic day as far as damage limitation. He was running like top 15, top 20 all day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident he'll be in the chase after all. I think SVG's in where he wants to be.
This was the week he had to survive.
I think so.
He's got 57 points to the cut line. He's got some short tracks coming up. Like, I think Daytona's
It's what? Iowa, New Hampshire, Richmond, Daytona?
Yep.
So, yeah, and I think he's in a good spot. He has no mile and a half to worry about.
If they have to use the brake pedal, I feel good about SVG. That's the SVG rule. if they have to use the brake pedal, SVG will be fine. So we'll see. He's like changed up his style. He's actually like doing the clutch thing that he's been doing on road courses. He started doing that at North Wilkesboro. Apparently, they said that on TV. So I don't know if he's going to try it at the other tracks because they're similar. So we'll just have to see. But
SVG led at North Wilkesboro, right?
Oh, he was putting it to him. He was he almost won stage 1. Like, I mean, he was putting it to him, man. I'm just saying.
Well, look,
he's one of the best 16 drivers we have.
North Wilkesboro is kind of like a combo of the next 3 races. Then
that's what I'm saying.
Could be really good for him.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think the Penske cars are going to be fine too, because they are going to eat up the points in the next 4 weeks. Right. Including Daytona, because they know how to control the race there.
Right.
But yeah.
All right.
Besides that, I think that's all to talk about with points, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And we have some hot topics to discuss.
They're pretty spicy, and they're kind of sad. One's sad, one's kind of cool. Alex Bowman this week announced he's going to retire after 2027.
Yeah.
Now, when I first heard that, I can't read. I was like, what do you mean he's retiring after this year? That's so soon. But no, he's going to have one more year. He's going to have his farewell year. And it feels kind of weird because it's like, it was just yesterday. He just started in the Cup Series, or he finally got his Hendrick ride.
We're getting old for people we've seen. I mean, he's only like 30, but we're getting to the point, it's like guys we watched their whole careers are like, I'm done. It's like, huh? Like Carl Edwards was crazy to me because I watched his whole career.
Right.
But Alex Bowman's like, what do you mean you're retiring? What?
And it's so weird.
He's like 34 or something. But look, with all of the health issues he's had from his back to the concussions, like I get it. He has made it sound like that has nothing to do with it. He said in his one of his press conferences or interviews that he had always planned to not race beyond the age of 35 full time. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I think it was with Jeff Gluck. He said that, he wants to be able to be there for a family. He just got engaged recently.
That makes sense. I really do get that.
I understand that. Like NASCAR schedule is crazy. He's more introverted. He says that he's still not used to like people yelling his name and stuff like that. Like I would relate to that.
He wants to go live his life. Yeah. I think that's the takeaway. He wants to go live his life. He's still 35 years old. There's still a lot he probably wants to do outside of racing. He still does dirt racing, and he owns a team. So he'll still have that.
He wants to do more dirt racing. He hasn't done that since not this year's injury, but the last one.
Right, exactly. And I bet people like Kyle Larson, and really, I bet all the drivers are looking at him being like, man, that's nice. That's good for you.
Yeah.
And he's, whatever his financial situation is, he's comfortable enough to just step away from the Cup Series. A lot of other people, they probably wish they could, but the other part of them is just so competitive and they want to stay in it. And, but I know it's hard to quit something like this.
Yeah, no, I really respect the decision, of course. And I do think it's awesome that Hendrick Motorsports said that Rick Hendrick himself said that, he sees Alex Bowman as part of the Hendrick family.
Oh,
and Bowman's really driven like the 4th Hendrick car, if you want to call it that. Probably better than anyone else has, quite frankly.
Hasn't this been like the longest standing combination of the 4 Hendrick drivers for like, it's been a long time. Cause when we were kids, like Casey Mears was in the car, and then it was Casey Kane for a few years. And
the 4th car was a rotating box for me. We had Brian Vickers in the 25, Casey Mears in the 5.
Then it was Casey Kane, I think.
Mark
Martin then for a few years.
Mark Martin was there. Yeah. Like it just became like a revolving door is what I'm looking for. for that ride, and they didn't really find a consistent group until the current one. So that for that quad to be broken up that's pretty big news. And I think everyone had an idea that something like this was coming, whether it was Bowman retired or
I mean, he wasn't going to be in this car forever. That's the thing.
Or Hendrick let Bowman go. Like, that was kind of the assumption.
Yeah, and it was kind of awkward.
But, yeah.
I think, and that might have played a part into, you know what, this is the time. Like, I've had my run. I've won races. I've won some big races. He won the Chicago Street Race. He's won at Martinsville. He won, what other tracks did he's won a few races. 2021 was a great year. You know what? He had a pretty successful career, and that's okay. Like, Alex, I really do respect him stepping away, because again, I think a lot of other drivers wouldn't be able to do that, and I can imagine it's hard. I mean, Alex, we were talking about something before the show of like stopping something that you spent so long on is like really hard for some people, and for him to do that, it's like weird because I'm gonna miss him, and I feel sad. Yeah. You know, because I like Alex Bowman. He's just a nice guy. I think he
did say that if he had his way, he would have not announced this, that he would have just, kind of disappeared. And he probably will disappear.
Bro wants to be Martin Truex Jr. He's just the twink version of Martin Truex.
But I do think you'll probably see him run in the O'Reilly series every once in a while.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe do like a one-off, cup race or something if you wanted to.
He has a good relationship with Ally still. Like, he's got, I think Ally sponsors their team. Yeah.
They do. I could see that. And it sounds like he'll stay with the Hendrick family. Like, he'll probably still be an employee there. I wonder if he could get his old job back and be the sim guy.
Or an ambassador. Kind of like what, who is it? Matt Kenseth at Legacy, kind of like
like a driver coach kind of thing?
Driver coach. There's what driver retired and then became a coach? Was it not Trevor
Kenseth
Bayne?
Does that.
I know, Matt Kenseth does it. I feel like someone else does it, and it really worked out for them. But kind of like what Tony Kanaan did, not as a big level in McLaren because he's team principal now, but before he became team principal, he was just a driver coach, right? And Ryan Hunter-Reay kind of has that role in McLaren.
Dario Franchitti does that too.
Yeah, there's somebody, I can't remember, but I think that's a great role for someone like Alex Bowman, who he's won races in Hendrick. Like, he's a accomplished NASCAR driver. Yeah. So respectable. And he's going out in a respectful way too, which is nice.
Eight career wins. Like, that's nothing to, slouch over. Like, the premier series of NASCAR, 8 wins. Like, that's pretty good.
And other guys like Casey Kane didn't really get to decide when their last Cup start was either,
right?
Which is nice.
Well, and I think with his health history, it's good he can decide that.
Exactly.
And we still get a whole year to watch him run next year.
In whatever numbered car, because it won't be the 48. Which
for at least one race.
Yeah, I guess that's what we don't know, because they announced, and Jimmy Johnson was on the TNT pre-race today. Jimmy Johnson will use the number 48 for one more time for his final start in the 2027 Daytona 500.
So cool. This is so cool.
I'm just so happy because I was so mad about him running the number 13. And I'm also just sitting here like, that must have been the actual plan, right? Yeah. I think maybe once the Bowman stuff came out, once Jimmy heard about the Bowman stuff, I wonder if that kind of prompted the conversations. Maybe we'll find out soon, but it feels right that he's in the 48, right?
Yeah.
The 84 worked too. I like the 84, but they're giving that to Riley Herbst next year or whatever.
I hope that they ask Lowe's to come back. I'm hoping that they are on the phone with them yesterday and they're being like, listen, let's make something happen. It's one race. You would get so much media attention. You get so much positive fan interaction from the fans of NASCAR. Everyone would love this within NASCAR. Would it do much for you outside of NASCAR? Probably not. Let's be honest. But it would really, it'd be beautiful. Seriously.
If Carvana wasn't already ready to write the check, then yeah.
Right.
Because if he didn't have a consistent sponsor in Carvana, then sure. What they could do though is maybe like a retro scheme. That might be cool. Which they should, like, because they've been doing some fun stuff for the Daytona 500, like a Richard Petty thing, a Shaq thing. What would you think?
Would you want it? What scheme would you want it to be?
I mean, literally, I guess like the easy answer is any of the Blue Lowe's cars, like especially his rookie year, maybe. But he already did that, didn't he?
I'm thinking 2006 because that's when he won the Daytona 500 and the first championship.
He won, and he won like 3 championships in that paint scheme. The first 3 championships.
So just do that one.
That was his most iconic, and I think we saw Chase Elliott do it one year. But yeah, I think his final Lowe's start in 2018. So see, Jimmy has had so many like final races. He had his final Lowe's start, he had his final full-time start, and now he's having his final start.
In parentheses, for real this time.
For real this time. This will be the 3rd finale diecast I'll have to get. I don't even think I have the 2018 one. So yeah, it's good. Same thing. It's like, okay, yeah, let's cap it off here at the Daytona 500. This is great. Man, this is fine.
I love this so much. I had pre-race on. I was like working out during pre-race, and I had this on. I was like actually gasped, and I texted you in all caps, "OMG!" I don't do that a lot. I was like, "Oh my god, that is so cool!" Because they had Rick Hendrick up there and Jimmy Johnson there, and they're talking to Rick.
About to go down.
They just played this like montage of all these drivers talking about how iconic the 48 car is, and how Jimmy. I'm like. Are we about to talk about Bowman? Like what are we doing? Then they flash back, and it's Rick Hendrick, and they're like, and Marty Smith is like, and we got Rick Hendrick here. He has an announcement. I can't do a Marty Smith. Most awkward man ever, by the way.
Welcome back to NASCAR on TNT, the Brickyard 400. He's not the best, but
he's like, Mr. H, you got an announcement to make. And Rick is like, Jimmy called me and we're going to let him run the 48 car. I seriously gasped.
I want Marty Smith at my funeral.
That's going to be like a 5-hour funeral because it takes him forever to make a sentence.
At Dreamy Zack Racing. I got to do this voice. Next time we hang out, I'm just going to randomly do the Marty Smith voice.
Please.
Dale Earnhardt was what now? Let me stop. Let me stop.
Okay. But sorry. No, seriously, this was so cool. I love it. Fantastic. I think this is going to be it's going to be kind of emotional probably. Because, 2020, Jimmy's last year, that was a weird year, right?
Well, yeah, and he said, it's my last full-time start, so it's like, okay, that's not, we're going to see you again.
Well, and then he did IMSA, he did IndyCar. It's like, okay, we never really got to say goodbye.
He went on the world tour.
Now he's doing much less racing. So this will really feel like a goodbye, I think.
Yeah.
We're now 20 years since his Daytona 500 win, the first one, and then the first championship was also 20 years ago. So it's really like a full circle thing. And in the promo video, the highlight video they did, it really emphasized the yellow 48. So I imagine it's going to be a yellow 48, same font and everything like that. So it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
And at the end of the segment, Dale Jr. is like to Rick, so you're bringing back the 25 car, right? And Rick was like, we'll announce that soon. So.
Right, because I will say, I think it would be weird to change Bowman's number next year on his last year, but it also would be kind of nice because I think it's been weird to drive the 48 car for him, I think. Because first he stepped in for Dale Jr. and then he stepped in for Jimmy Johnson in a way. Like he's always been carrying someone else's identity.
And not to talk about 2028 silly season, but it's either going to be Connor Zilish or Corey Day that's going to get the current 48 car.
Maybe Raja.
I was texting you about it. Yeah. I was texting you about it. Like, I wonder if they'll renumber the cars again. They tend to do that whenever they get a reshuffling of the drivers.
Yeah. And 25 is like a legacy Hendrick. Is that the number they won their first race in? Maybe it was 5, but 25 was one of their OG numbers.
5 was the first one, but the 25 was there for a while.
It's a historic Hendrick number, and I feel like they should bring it back. I don't know what font. I mean, if you ask Michael Carey, you know what font, but I don't know what font they could use or do or whatever. I mean,
whatever.
I do
wonder. think since they didn't retire the 24, they won't retire the 48, right? But would they like kind of soft launch a new number and then have whoever drives the car in 28 just have that number? Like the 17's not available. That's a Roush number.
But I will say, I watch Raja Karuth play iRacing a lot, and he always has a old Jimmy Johnson paint scheme on 48.
Oh, really?
Like I'm just picturing like Raja Karuth getting the ride in 2028 or something, and he's just in the 48, and I'm just like, ooh, that would kind of be cool. Clean.
Raja would have to like do extremely good next year.
It's
a shot.
And the problem is, I think Corey Day is just the golden boy with just, Kyle Larson loves him. Jeff Gordon loves him. Another part of me is like, man, Kyle, maybe you should hang it up. Go race IndyCar. I'm serious. Go race IndyCar. Get the Indy 500. Focus on that. Corey Day will drive the 5 car.
Yeah.
Raja's in the 48. We're all happy.
Yeah. We had a lot more to say about this than I thought we did. But this just shows to show how important a car number is, right?
I love car numbers, and I hate when they're stupid. Because Legacy was about to pull some dumb stuff next year. They're about to pull something stupid.
You know what I don't like is how in O'Reilly, how Raja has a different car number every week. He's like different teams. Yeah. And Carson Kvapil is also like in different cars every week. He's second in points, by the way, despite doing that. Speak of Carson Kvapil. He won the O'Reilly race, first win. Good for him.
Held off Justin Allgaier, passed Ross Chastain. That was the winning pass. It was an awesome, race or whatever, but it was an awesome moment to see Carson Kvapil win that race. Long time coming. Did
a burnout on the bricks,
and this is what we're going to talk about because, we'll get to that. I think it's a really cool moment. Carson Kvapil, Dale Jr. was crying, by the way, on TV.
Dale Jr. said Carson Kvapil's like a son. I'm like, I did not know you were the
Earnhardt III
family.
I meant the Carson Earnhardt. That's what he is now. I thought that was really cool for it to happen at the Brickyard, similar to what we said with Corey Heim. It's like, to do this on one of the biggest stages is really cool.
Yeah,
awesome moment to see. And then he burned out on the bricks, so Twitter had something to say about it.
Listen,
you're Miss Hammocks. What do you think? Apparently you care. You love the Speedway. What do you think about it?
I don't care.
Because part of me is like, I get the history, and it's probably hard to clean the bricks, but they're just a bunch of. I hate to say this, they're not just a bunch of bricks. I get it, but bro, we race across them.
Being raced on.
Don't they get dirty anyways?
People wreck there. I don't.
Oil spills and fluid, and they looked pretty clean, by the way, today. Did you see the burnout marks? They're so hard to clean, apparently, yet they still did it.
Look, I understand that the track doesn't want them to do that because it is a lot of effort. I understand. NASCAR tried to tell him, and I guess it didn't go through, the radio communications or whatever. I don't know if he was on a different channel or what. I just read that he didn't get the message. But it's just come on. It's such a silly thing for people to get hung up over.
Yeah, and it ruins the moment because we should be talking about how awesome it is that he won the race. But because I remember first. I mean, I get why people are upset. It's I'm kind of on the fence because I get why people are upset because the bricks are kind of it's kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something historical and significant that's not American propaganda. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's if you see, I don't know a real world comparison, but at the same time, if we're going to race across the bricks and it's a part of the racing surface, it's is it that much different than doing burnouts in the grass and stuff? When you win either, just tearing up grass. This is the grass that Dale Earnhardt won on in 1998. This grass has a lot of history.
Oh boy.
I don't know. They got the bricks clean. They're just some bricks, man. Yes, they are the most famous bricks in the world, but they're still just bricks.
They are the bricks. But
they looked fine today.
They did. They cleaned them. I don't.
If I still saw the marks from yesterday, I would have maybe felt different. But man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all care more about bricks than y'all do about human rights.
That is so. You know what? We can end that there because
I mean, Y'all,
What else is there to say?
I mean, I'm serious.
That was a banger line.
That's some woke Twitter stuff, bro.
Okay. Fantasy. Are we making Iowa picks today?
I don't
2
feel
weeks
like
in
it.
advance.
No.
Okay.
I want a week to think about it.
Well, you want a week to think about it because I wasn't even here, and I picked Logano 3 points. Then I picked Briscoe, not here. I beat you again.
Come on, Denny. Why did he have to he had to ruin his own restart by trying to get the lead back?
So for Indy, I had Briscoe who finished 4th. You had Hamlin who finished 5th. It's now 20-16. I have the lead. Next race is Iowa. As we said earlier, there is an off week. Zach told me there was an off week this upcoming week the other day, and I'm like, you're lying. That's not true.
And then I was like, oh yeah, you're right. There's no off week. Never mind.
And then another friend of mine tells me, oh my God, there's an off week. I'm like, what? I checked the NASCAR app, and I'm like, oh my God, Zach was not lying the other day. Like you were. Oh my God. So
like how? Tell you. I guess I don't even think I double checked. I was just like, you know what? Alex is right.
Because I'm just like, there's no way there's another off week. What do you mean? What? You mean
I should know.
Not going full force all the way to November?
What? It is nice to have a little off week because we have like a third of the season left. Just a little break.
Yeah. Gives
us another little break.
I think Zach's alluded to it. Like I've been busy with work. That's why I haven't been here. That all ends this next 2 weeks ish. It's like not having a race next week will be very nice.
We get to just chill, do nothing.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, I'll be playing Splatoon Raiders. That game
I'll be playing video games. Yes.
Yeah, we're doing other hobbies. Next IndyCar races, I literally don't care. I'm ready to stop watching the series. I'm so serious.
I think it's Portland, which I'm not watching that. Portland?
I'll watch it, but it's not circled on my calendar. I don't know. I'm over it. I'd rather they burn out the
game I loved with IndyCar. What happened?
So much weird stuff going on with IndyCar in Indianapolis this week.
By the way, while I'm here, because I wasn't here for this, the IndyCar Nashville race, I was at work when they had the Monday postponed race, and I was like, man, this is probably gonna be a good race at an oval. Even that was bad. I thought.
And the whole weekend was just kind of weird. I heard a lot of drama about the on-track stuff. Or not the on-track, the at-track stuff.
And it's just what happened here, man?
What happened to the series I loved?
Listen, the Indy 500, that's still amazing. That's the pinnacle, right? But oh my God, even the ovals are ooh. Gateway was awesome. I'm so glad I went to Gateway. That's the only good race this year, though.
I think Nashville was just Phoenix was good too. Nashville
was good. You're right.
Nashville, that was just a bad weekend for IndyCar. They just got bad juju. I think Milwaukee might be better. And I guess that's it.
Oh my God.
We're ending the season at Laguna Seca.
I know we're a whole week late. Connor Daly almost drove a Penske car. That's terrifying to think about.
That's worse than Santino. No, it's not worse than Santino almost driving one. I don't know which is worse. I don't hate Connor Daly. I don't hate Connor Daly either. He's the annoying kid in class.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Annoying kid. We need to do a video. What kind of kid in class are these NASCAR and IndyCar drivers? The class clown, the annoying kid, the nerd, the teacher's pet.
Right.
Quiet kid, always sleeping. Oh, man. That's Connor Zilish and Jesse Love. They're always sleeping.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the welcome back, Zach.
It was nice having you.
I did listen to, I think, the Chicagoland episode. You really butchered the end part of the episode.
Yeah. To be fair, though, it's because I was just talking for 40 straight minutes. Because that's the hardest part about doing a solo episode. It's not even coming up with something to talk about. It's the physical talking.
Well, so I'm gonna bail you out here, okay? I'll do the
about time. It's been a month.
Yep. All right. So Patreon members, thank you so much for all your support. If you want to join the Patreon, it's patreon.com/gayracingpod. We have a $2 tier and a $5 tier a month. $5 tier, you get bonus episodes early whenever we do those.
Getting this episode early.
Yeah, you're getting this episode early.
Friday night.
A $2 a month tier, you get to join our discussion throughout our episodes. Like and subscribe on YouTube and leave 5 stars on podcast platforms, and follow us on all the socials at Gay Racing Pod, at New Gaiden, and at Dreamy Zack Racing. Just note, I'm not on Twitter anymore. I have logged out of that account. I'm not going back on there.
It is kind of like, Blue Sky has been more fun for me lately because it feels like how Twitter used to, where it's just like, oh, I'm talking to my friends and I get to see what they're doing. And
Twitter's just like rage bait every 5 minutes. And I'm trying to improve my mental health, and I don't want any part of Twitter.
Twitter's kind of like a news feed to me at this point, mixed in with a bunch of like weird people. Just random people. I don't know. We'll see y'all next episode in 2 weeks to talk about NASCAR at Iowa. See you then. Bye.
Bye.